So as I have promised and or threatened all of you guys, yeah, Dune Buggy. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, Eagle. You guys see that? Move it! I got this last year, and I think I paid $250-ish. Might have been a little lower. Somewhere in that $200 range. But what did I buy for $200 besides this? So if you look at it, it's got the big bolt 5-bolt pattern. So this is an old axle, old I-beam. The I-beam is in really good shape. No issues there. So you guys might be able to see, I don't know, but it's not rusted out. Everything looks good there. There's drums, there might be brakes. I highly doubt it, but there could be. There's a steering box. There's the actual front part. What's that called? Apron? No, something else. But anyway, we've got a pillow block bearing going up to a cool steering wheel. Never mind the Jeep parts laying on top of it. Oh, we've got a master cylinder. We've got brakes, clutch, gas pedal. We got 2 shocks. Yeah. But what we do have is a transaxle. So back here we have, again, it's a swing axle, so it's early. So, and it's big bolt pattern, I believe. Yep, big bolt pattern, so it's early. And CV boot's a little tore, but the transaxle spins when you push it, I believe. So, yeah, what else do we need, right? Dune Buggy. Aha! What is this upside down thing? With a hood and a fiberglass Dune Buggy body that I bought from a guy from work who used to be one of my students, believe it or not, back in the day, for a $100 bill. This is a Spatz body. So what it is it's full length. And you know, a Manx body, they cut them like 18 inches out and then in the pan. So yeah, so what I got to do is we got to build a frame to support this body. It's heavier than it looks, especially with a flat tire. Heavy. Closer. Perfect. So it's in our teeth again. It's nice having a lift. It's very useful. Okay, back at it. That worked. That was fun. Let's get rid of it. course, we got a hanger. I don't know if you guys can see, probably not. There we go. Kinda, sorta, not. Right here, this is pretty well shot. Somebody put a gob of weld there, looks like. So I think if I cut this or wiggled it enough, it'd come out. Drop that right out of there. Oh, it just fell out. Perfect. So I've got a square over here running down. The outside edge is about the center line. I eyeballed it, of the tunnel, and then I eyeballed it square across the axle tube there, or the suspension tube, and according to the drawings it should be about 23 inches to the hole. So what I did was, at the tape measure, I put a little circle, so right where I locked it, and then I measured out, pulled out 70 5/8. That brings me all the way out here. So yeah, long ways. I then measured using this tape measure. Don't use your teeth, guys. Okay, I just did. So basically, from the center of that hump, which is where the drawings represent, to here, to the center of the tape measure, I'm going to say is about 30 inches. So I'm thinking if I add 30 inches of, I was thinking 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot. Yeah, it's more like 2.5 feet of tunnel back in. We should be pretty close to where it should be. Okay, so the next step here is we're going to try to figure out how much metal we're going to need. And I really don't think that much, but I think we're going to add, can't get this out of your way, but I think we'll fold a flange on there too. So we'll need to add that in. But I think if we just kind of set this down in this general area here, get a measurement to like that, and then add on maybe 1.5 inches. So what do we got? 14.5. So if we add on 16, that'll give us a 3/4 inch flange. And you know this wasn't laying real tight. So 16 inches with a 3/4 inch flange on both sides. I got a pair of safety glasses that, oh wow, I can't see a thing. Perfect. I should get a light too. Ah, highly overrated. Now I gotta lay down. Try to cut the bottom of this. Ain't got a lot of room. Oh, I can't see a thing. No idea. I'm fogging up like, I'm guessing in the middle of that. I know you guys can't see, but neither can I. I have no idea what I did. Wow, I was way off. I can see daylight, which is probably good. I hate safety glasses, you know that, guys. Looks like there's one little piece kind of holding That might break off, but my wheel's getting a little small. Can't reach no more. So we're gonna have to get rid of this one. We may still use this one. It's still got a little life left in it. But we'll switch out. A new wheel. Here. Now we'll cut the top, see what happens. We'll try to cut it from the top side here. There ain't much hole in it. I'm just going to whack it and get it out of here. I think we've separated it. It's sitting on the... We're going to have to figure out how this tube, this shift tube, functions. Like it goes through a little ring in here. Holds it up in there, which is good. But when we go to cut it, we got to remember to extend that before we put it all back together again. And then, okay, this one's loose, that one's sort of loose. The wires are getting tight now. Let's cut them wires. So now, it should, with jack, slide apart better. 30 inches, right? Right there. I don't know. I'm guessing. Okay, well, we got to get flattened out. Goes oil cans a bit. That's okay. It'll work. Maybe. Hopefully. Okay guys, this is what we come up with for a a contraption to bend. I've already bent some of this. I just wanted to test it out before I showed you guys what I did. It's not pretty, but I got this side bent up pretty good, but this side, because it was flat on the table, but now that it's in a V shape, I got to have something to hold this. So we're going to try a couple pipe clamps, see if we can get the torch going again. Yeah, fight me. So basically I'm just putting some heat down in here. I know some of you guys will be like, why aren't you using a rosebud? Well, because I use oxypropane. And I don't think a rosebud will work with propane. You got to have a special tip even for cutting. So but we're going to give this a whirl. It cooled down a little bit. I had to run down cellar. I had it pretty hot. It was doing good. So, yeah, it's fun. Wonder why I didn't make you guys watch this. See what we get. This clamp will only squeeze about 3 inches. Okay, let's crank her up some more. I'm over bending it, so hopefully it'll kind of relax to the sort of in the right position. Can you guys see? It's a little straighter on this side, a little more curved out on that side. So I'm not sure if we can draw that out or smack it. I like this side actually. This side is better than that side. So we're probably about the same measurement here. I'm just eyeballing against the bars down through here. I think we're going to leave it where it is. So this is what we've come up with for a backbone. I think the curve looks pretty darn close. The front fit's pretty good. The back is a little high, but this thing might be cocked down too. Or the front might be cocked up. But yeah, it's not too bad on this side. Okay guys, yabba dabba doo. Okay, let's flip it over somehow. One of you guys could help. Closer. Stuck. I have to cut that bolt off. Steering is going to be an issue. We're going to have to get rid of that. Sits there for now. That's it. Sort of. Yeah. Holy snotballs. Come here, guys. Come look. Our big concern is this piece of metal right here. I believe would have been the support. It's up high right now. I'm not sure what it's hitting. Now it's hitting on this bolt right there. So that's why it's tipping. And the steering column needs to be disconnected and shoved through that hole up here. But other than that, we got a buggy. Cool. Yeah, we got some new sneaks. Well, new to me sneaks. These are Sport Track. Probably vintage 1990s maybe. A little war, but They're on the big bolt pattern Volkswagen. Yeah, there's only 2 lug bolts holding them on. They're not dry rotted. This one's got kind of a slice in the sidewall a little bit, but we got a little slice in here, you know, probably doing burnouts on the curb. This one's got a pretty good slice in it here. Yeah, got into a body or something, cut it a little bit, but I think it'll be just fine, especially for what we're doing right now. And these are 235s, I think. Yeah, 235/75, so they're not hard to come by. Actually, I have a couple floating around, and they look pretty good on there, pretty wide for 235s. And this one's got a little better tread, a little better shape, and the front ones are like brand new, but they're 205s, I think. So they're a little smaller, a little narrower, which looks good. I like them. Again, Sport Track, same thing. Yeah, they cost me a little bit of money. They were used. Found them on Facebook. I think I paid $250 for them for a set of 4, but that ain't too bad, I guess. It's I think what I paid for the chassis was $250. So what do I got into this thing so far? Probably too much. Probably never get it out of it, but that's the way it is. Oh, here it is. This, you can see, is the back support that goes up underneath, and it welds on back here. It's just, I made it out of some of that barrel material. That barrel material is about 1/16 of an inch. It's heavy, but it would make a good floor, I think. Actually, no, this was made out of, well, I think it might be barrel material. Not really sure. It was some metal that I had laying around, but it worked. So, okay, I'm babbling. So what I did was I set this up on the frame, clamped it, kind of, sort of jacked it up in position, got where I wanted the bend. If you can see here, I've spent this bend out over 2.5–3 inches here, and what I did was it's a little thicker down here than it is there. So what I'm hoping is on the bandsaw here, I can take and cut just real small, maybe, you know, 1/4 of an inch maybe. Stuff. You need a little bit more room here. So you guys might be able to see what we've done is I've cut out a bunch of little pieces here. Got a couple hung up in here, but we'll get them. And that's a good view right there of what we did. So hopefully when we draw this together, it'll come somewhere. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing this. I have no idea. There we go. And then this little one here, I kind of took just a tiny little sliver out. And so let's give her a little love in here. Actually, I mean, with my eyeball, that looks pretty darn good. I'm thinking, you draw that together a little, that might be the number, and it looks professional. Professional bend there. You can see the little squares I put out, but darn, that's pretty good. Well, we've got another piece of square tube all prepped, and it's drying. Threw some paint on it so it wouldn't flash rust. This is what the stuff looked like when this stuff right here, that's what I whacked it out of. So she's kind of green and perfect. Then what we did over here, here was the one we cut, and now we got some holes drilled in it. I set that up there and clamped it and put it on a jack so we could mark some holes. I noticed that hole's a little wonky down there. Yeah, it is what it is. And I have not welded this yet because we may have to tweak it, but it looks really good. I'm super stoked. There we go. We've got her bolted on. sort of, all the way down. I also, I don't know if you guys can see, but I put some tacks in here, and I'm going to take it back off. I took a picture of that just so I kind of got a general idea of what it is supposed to look like, and then I'm going to take a picture of the back so I know what that's supposed to look like, and then I'm going to weld it in there, sort of, kind of, and hope to hell that it fits. I don't know if you guys have looked at the price of metal lately, but it's expensive. So 20 gauge 4x8 sheet is about 110 bucks. That's a lot of money. So I got this. This is metal shelving, and if you can tell, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, this is actually green in color. Now that probably doesn't mean a lot to y'all of you, but guess what? Green usually means industrial, military, green. So it's been painted blue and a couple other colors, but it is going to be floorboards. Stuff is thick. I like it. The hammer went way over there. Holy moly, where'd it go? Oh, I see it. Oh, I got a broom. Maybe I can get it with that. Okay, hammer's back. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if my camera's picking it up or not. Pretty hard to see. But that's 18 gauge material. So that was 20 gauge was 110. So my original blue line here was closer to where I needed to be. So it's better to take off not enough than to take off too much. I just cut that with the die grinder, but we're going to try the old shears maybe. Give those a try. See how those work on this 18 gauge. They work good, but they jam up a bit. Closer. We got her cut out with the death wheel. I was going to show you, and then I forgot to hit record on this last piece. But just as proof, yeah, I did use the death wheel. Yeah, so I think we got to do a little bit more trimming. We got to whack this corner off up here, right up here. We got to get rid of that. Where the old tube was. I probably should have cut that old tube out, but I'm not going to. I'm just building around it. And then this should sink down in a little bit. I'll show you what I did on the other side. You can see I've kind of recessed it a little bit just to keep the floor level. And you can see here we have the floor spot welded in. I may put a couple more welds in it. I may not. It's pretty sturdy. And then I built that section back there, just like I built the other one, which I believe we have video of. It's not as good as the other one, but it's a little thicker, but it'll work. Ow, son of a gun, it got me again. That one there is like a suicide cut. But, so, see, it's a little thicker than that one, but I got couple bubble gum welds on there, and yeah, see, that was sheet metal. Man, I'm killing myself. I gotta get this thing stuck together before it finally kills me.
Hey guys, I think we're going to wind this video up right here because, well, we got the chassis completed, and I think that's a good place to stop. Try to keep this video at about, half hour-ish. So hopefully in the next video you're going to see, safety, some ergonomics, seats, roll bar, that kind of stuff. And maybe, just maybe, we might get something that runs. Wouldn't that be cool? So thanks again, guys, for watching, subscribing, and commenting. Please hit that like button if you would. And throw a comment down there. Tell me I suck. I love it. I don't care. Trolls are welcome.